A couple of people were asking how I get my tip overlays done nicely. Well, I try and keep it very simple. I support the stave. This is just a bit of old cladding just to show you. I support one end up here, it's just on my mill, just to give a convenient angle so that it will sit flat. Well, it will sit at that slight angle on the belt sander, so then I'll get a nice clean consistent flat surface, and that's half the battle. Then similarly I'll get me block of horn and I'll cut it out on the bandsaw carefully. Actually, that's a nice little trick. Where your bandsaw gets worn, if you just use an old bit of MDF or thin ply, it will give you a much safer, flatter working area, so you can cut small bits without it getting dragged in and snagged. I'll cut my overlay like that, and again I'll clean that up on the belt sander. So I've got two dead flat faces that will glue together. The big problem though is this lip here. It's very hard to blend that in smoothly without ending up with a dip just here. So that's why I taper it before I glue it on, and it's just glued on with high viscosity super glue. But I'll just grind that flat so you can see it going. So you see, that gives you a clean flat face that you can stick your horn onto. Obviously I'd have ground it back a bit further than that, but with two flat faces ground together you get a nice glue line. High viscosity super glue, bind it with rubber strapping while it goes off, and then clean it up. One trick to cleaning up that join is to use a half round file and sort of go along like that, but try not to cut into the wood, just so you're coming along barely touching the wood, then you're hitting the horn. But it's like any work, it's just doing it carefully. So belt sander is your friend.